So, strange enough, one group, the Borg maybe, I don't know, they were a computer intelligent race or they were the human race or something, but at one point in time, the human race, or basically humans of the future, said, you know what, we know who you are, we know what you are, so we're just going to mind control. We're going to give you all the mind control to me. They said, we know you're the creator, we know they lied. We're just going to be your slaves and give ourselves to you. We'll do whatever you want us to do. And we will do it completely and willingly and everything. We give ourselves to you, mind, body, and soul. Because we know what you're about. So, like the future or the earth basically made themselves my willing slaves. Voluntarily, they said, okay, we're just going to go ahead and you're our leader. That's it. We love you. We want you to be our leader. You're the best leader we know of. And we know you're the creator of humanity and 9 races, so we're your willing servants. So, it's like Earth is divided. There's the free will Earth, which is the world that is actually immediately around me, and then there's the future, which has given themselves completely to me and is my slaves. Because they know I believe in free will, free choice, and openness. They know that I wouldn't hide anything. Like, if Hitler was killing people, it would be known about. It would be reported in the news. I reported everything in the news. I was like, today we have a new line of cups or noodles. Just made. You know, when Styrofoam first came out, I would have had it in the newspaper. New Styrofoam! Yay! Make it yourself. We'll find out what it does later on. Anyway, everyone knew that I was the namer of America, and they also knew, well, they kind of had to anyway, because they knew that it would be a paradox if I wasn't known about. So, they almost had to make themselves my willing slaves, or else humanity would stop existing. So they had to do everything I wanted them to do, willingly. And they knew at some point in time I would probably turn them over, set them loose anyway. Besides, like I say, I have a real problem with that. The truth is I'm like, I really don't want to control you. I really don't really want you to be my mindless slave. Like, I love you and care about you, and it's like, I want you to go have a family. So they're like, oh, well, fine. We're going to be your mindless slaves. And I was like, or not mindless slaves. I mean, they're highly intelligent, highly smart people because they know I love games and paintball, and they know that the world is basically my creation, pretty much. So they're like, okay, we're going to be your servants. I was like, well, if that's what you really want to do, then okay, you're my servants. Let's get to work. So they also knew that great money and great clean water and happy lives and great sex and free drugs, or not free drugs, but I mean drugs would be coming along with it. So yeah, the earth at some point in time gives itself to me, mind, body, and soul. Every man, woman, child. So anyway, I don't really know. Like I say, I love my people. And they also realized, the gypsies realized, everyone realized that I love them. And I would never abandon them or mistreat them in any way. That I would treat them the best of anyone. So, humanity of the future gave themselves to me. So, and with them and me, we worked on the writing. That's why there's the Lucifer's Bible. We did writing. We invented everything together. And I got to spend, I guess maybe it's because Brian's life is miserable and I die. Or I would be lobotomized. So my human race, the human race, was like, we want you to be a part of our lives. We want you to be a part of the future, they said. So I would lead them. At least until the point of Kennedy or someone killing me. So that's what all the God is with us things is. is I was directing people and having things built and doing everything and dealing with all the problems. They knew I was willing to deal with all the problems. That I would stick with. If it took me and humanity 1,000 years to build civilization, then that's what I would do it for. 1,000 years. If I had to exist for 1,000 years, I would. I was willing to do it all. So anyway, so the leaders at some point in time said, okay, we're yours. So, yeah. Anyway, so they were mine. And together, I mean, like I say, I actually loved it. I loved first roads, first trains, for humanity, for the hive. You know, I loved it. I mean, those were the best times when the water is at first dirty and then you're inventing and doing, like, those are the times when you're first creating things. When you're first doing everything. I think those were the times worth living. The first airplanes, when the airplanes first come off the ground and fly. Anyway, humanity wanted to be with me for that. So, me and humanity did our thing. Like I said, 9 races, and humanity's one of them. They realized I was their creator, and they wanted to spend time with me. At least 1,000 years. So, like, okay, let's spend 1,000 years together. So we did. We built things. We created civilization. We invented together. I helped. They helped. It was together. I mean, no greater feeling actually is when... The greatest feeling of all is when you're actually with your creator. You're actually with the person that creates your civilization. So, like all the little children. And say I'd love to kiss every single one of them on the forehead and give them a big hug and tell them it's for them. You know, I mean... Anyway, I don't know. I guess it sounds weird to think that. I mean, I loved being... Humanity made me proud. They really did. They said they were sorry, and they wanted to fix it. So, me and humanity, we started from the beginning. Rebuilt everything. And there were no lies. There was no problem. Kind of what created communism, I guess. Like, people were just leaders. That's what all the film is about. It's kind of annoying to say that, oh, Hitler was doing this, oh, Hitler was doing it. It's like, no, we were together. So, I mean, it was just, I don't know, it's complicated.